through influencer marketing and collaborations. The rise of social media has also changed the way that fashion trends emerge and spread. In the past, fashion trends typically emerged from high-end fashion houses and filtered down through the fashion industry to the mass market. However, with the rise of social media, fashion trends can now emerge from anywhere, with influencers and ordinary people alike playing a role in shaping and spreading trends. This has led to a greater democratization of fashion, with a wider range of styles and voices represented in the industry. Another way that globalization has influenced fashion is through the globalization of production and supply chains. In the past, many fashion brands produced their products in their home countries or in nearby regions. However, in recent years, many brands have moved their production to developing countries where labor is cheaper and regulations are more lax. This has led to a globalized supply chain, with raw materials, production, and shipping taking place in different parts of the world. While the globalization of production has led to lower prices for consumers, it has also led to concerns about labor practices and worker exploitation. Many workers in developing countries are paid low wages and work in poor conditions, often without access to basic labor rights or protections. This has led to calls for greater transparency and accountability in the fashion supply chain, as well as greater investment in sustainable and ethical production practices. Finally, the influence of globalization on fashion has also been shaped by cultural and political factors. In some parts of the world, there has been a backlash against Western influence on fashion and a renewed interest in traditional styles and designs. For example, in India, there has been a growing movement to revive traditional handloom and handicraft techniques, which have been threatened by the globalization of the fashion industry. Similarly, in some parts of the world, political and cultural tensions have spilled over into the fashion industry. For example, during the Trump administration, there was a debate over whether American designers should dress the First Lady, given the controversial policies and statements made by the president. In some cases, fashion has been used as a form of political protest, with designers creating collections that challenge social norms and political ideologies. Another aspect of globalization that has influenced the fashion industry is the rise of fast fashion. Fast fashion refers to the practice of quickly producing and selling low-cost clothing, often imitating the latest trends from high-end fashion brands. Fast fashion has become increasingly popular in recent years, with companies like Zara, H&M, and Forever 21 dominating the market. While fast fashion has led to lower prices and greater accessibility for consumers, it has also been criticized for its environmental impact and labor practices. Fast fashion is characterized by a high turnover of styles and collections, leading to a culture of disposable fashion and contributing to the problem of textile waste. The production of fast fashion also often takes place in developing countries with poor labor conditions, leading to concerns about worker exploitation and human rights abuses. However, there are also examples of fashion brands and designers who are using globalization to create positive change in the industry. For example, some brands are using sustainable materials and production techniques to reduce their environmental impact. Others are working to promote ethical labor practices and greater transparency in the supply chain. Some designers are using fashion as a platform to raise awareness of social and political issues and promote diversity and inclusivity. In addition, there are also emerging trends in fashion that are being driven by globalization. One example is the rise of streetwear, which originated in urban communities and has been popularized through hip-hop culture and social media.